My boyka, Rahab, my boyka. How's everybody doing? Like I promised, I was gonna do this for grown folks. Hold on one second. Let me just get into my Facebook. Yes, I'm gonna be live on Facebook at the same time. My boyka, um, what's up? Bienvenido. I'm live here on Facebook. At the same time, I'm live on YouTube. For my Facebook subscribers, man, subscribe over to my YouTube channel. I got background music, and there's certain things that I do on my YouTube channel that I don't do on my Facebook. Okay, but like I promised everyone, I was gonna get on tonight, and it was gonna be about the sacral center, sex, and I'm gonna give it to you raw, 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 raw. So brace yourself. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, I got my beets, my oxide nitrate beets with garlic, cilantro, and my sea moss, ashwagandha, ginseng, maca. And this is a nice little concoction that I make to get, ready for whatever comes my way, if you know what I mean. Anyway, not really like that. Just staying healthy is very important. But anyway, I wanted to start off by saying my disclaimer. Okay, here's my disclaimer. Hold on one second. Let me do something here. This is my disclaimer, folks. Okay, and my disclaimer says, by no means I'm an expert in this subject. By no means. I'm also learning. I am experimenting at the same time. I spend a lot of time to myself and learning different things. And healing, so it's a lot of things. Anybody know anything of my history, on my little challenges that I had along the way. And that's the reason why some of my brothers call me Sangoma. You know what I'm saying? I was able to come back from a from illness, come back from a state where it was very, very, challenging for me. So I was able to do that. But what I wanted to say, so, by no means, I'm an expert at this subject at all. I'm still learning. It's like riding bike. I even say that to some of my students and friends. It's like, getting back into the dating scene, getting back into, that whole sexuality thing. It's like riding bike all over again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be vulnerable. I'll let you know, this is the way it is, and so on, so on. So, but I wanted to mention a couple of things that I have been learning. Very, very, very important. I've been learning this a lot. And I'm going to give it to you raw. I am going to tell you straight off the fact. I mean, no, I ain't got no hair on my tongue. I'm going to tell you straight off the fact. I'm going to tell you about how women, now, by no means I know women totally know how women are, because women, you can't never say that. My brother Manuel, told me that, and it's true. I agree with him. Women can change. A lot of times it's just your imagination, saying manifesting certain things in women. But women are different. They can change. You can never say that you know women very well. And women also shouldn't say that they know men. Excuse me, let's look at it, fix something. Also, women can't say that they know totally how men are, because not all men are the same. There's certain, women think that they could flaunt certain things, and men are just gonna, go for it. No, not all men are like that. Some men have very ethical and moral practices, you know what I'm saying? And some women also, okay? But I can tell you something, because of human nature and the way we're wired. But I'm gonna tell you from the perspective of man, observing a woman, I'm gonna tell you right now. Are you ready for this? People gonna be like, "Oh man, wait, yo." A woman, all she's looking for is that orgasm. Once a woman has an orgasm with a man, there is a connection there, a very deep connection. And I know from past experiences. There's women that I've been with that had orgasm with, and there's women that I haven't. And I've seen the difference in changes of mentality and the way they come at you. It's about the orgasm. Simple as that. And we're going to explore that a little more, because remember, we all are human beings. We all came by way of birth, and birth And we're going to also tie it into the astral, to the stars and the universe, all the microcosms as a microcosm. You cannot tell me that I'm telling you, a woman experience an orgasm with a man, she automatically is going to be LinkedIn. That's it. She's going to choose you over another man. If she's in a relationship and she's not getting any orgasms, it ain't going to work. That woman's going to get tired. That woman is going to abandon you. That's a fact. That's the fact. I've been in situations where a woman dated another man, and then she happened, to, come my way, and I have given all that. She dropped that other man. Yo, and this when we were young, dating. And she told me, I don't want nothing to do with you. They'll pick you because it's like that. It's like that. Orgasm. It's something that should be cared for. Okay, should be careful. Understand that once you supply a woman with an orgasm, or she herself, because some women can give themselves orgasms by themselves, playing with their toys, whatever, and they fall so in love with themselves. A lot of them may be like, I don't need no man. I just pleasure myself. And so. But eventually, when they find a man that's able to satisfy them like that, it gets very, very intense. It gets very, very. So I notice women, women that I speak to and women that I see that have different. I see and I say, like, you become attached. That is the fact. You become very, very attached. And so some men know this, and some men can use it to abuse women. But then, though, they don't know that they also gonna have a little bit of attachment also. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. A pimp is still gonna fight for his woman. You know what I'm saying? That he's giving an orgasm to. It's always gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that is the secret to the sacral, because that's sexuality. And that is when they consummate. So it's very important. Orgasms are very, very important. And I've been on both sides of the end. I've been with a women that haven't reached that point when I'm with them, because it's like trying to, figure it out, and then next thing you know, the chick ain't calling you. The chick don't want to do, because there's somebody else probably giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. That's what the world is. And with a man is a little different, because it's harder for him. A man also could reach a sense of orgasm too, because all depends on connection with the women too. Because the men just want to satisfy that. When he knows he's giving that woman an orgasm, he's going to orgasm himself. He's going to reach that point also. And then that attachment. But again, you have to be very, very careful with that. You have to guard that. You have to guard that sense that you have, has to be guarded, because it could be misused and abused, and it can lead you into a pathway. Remember, it is the opener of the way, the sacred center, sexuality. Like finance and like creativity, they open the way into certain paths. So if sexuality can open up that way also, you have to be very, very, very careful. That's why, some tribes in Africa and in India, they cut that clitoris, that part of the woman, they cut it off so that the woman can have no orgasm, because they understood the science and they took it to that. I wouldn't advise that. I mean, that's not, to me, I think a woman having an orgasm is the most beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're there seeing it, and wow, when she reaches a climax, you're like, wow, she's breaking. Like a friend of mine says, she's breaking. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's the world that we live in. In other society and communities, they're not like that. They're not like that at all. They're going to religious people. You got religious certain religions that practice certain things when it comes to that. So what I'm saying is this: it's a power. It's the procreation power. It's a power that's put in the universe. It's in us and it's out of us. And that's something that needs to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the musical part, that's where drumming comes in. There's sense, I always tell people when I'm playing my congas and drum, it's like having an orgasm, to be honest with you. I'm in such a my creativity, I am in such a it just gives me it just releases a lot of things. Because again, percussion is tied in to that part of the sacred center. That's important to have a drum in your house. It's important to do some drumming. It's important to get that type of feeling. You know what I'm saying? And it's a rhythmic feeling, and it's all part of it. What else can we say about orgasms? Is that again, it's a power. It's a power. It's a natural power that we have. It's a natural power that we have to be careful of. What it can lead also, you have to be careful because it opens up the way. It can lead to sexual deviancy. Sexual deviancy. And all depends on the character of the person that you're connecting with. You see, so if you're having an orgasm with a certain man, but this man have a very different sexual practice, he's controlling you. He's controlling your sexual desires. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean there's anything bad about that. Oh God, you crazy there, Seti. That's beautiful. Squirting is beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. But again, certain like I said, opens up the path in a way. So you have to guard that. For women, I just advise that if ever you're going, because the women know her body well, and she can really have an orgasm with any man. To be honest with you, you could tell the characteristic personality of a woman by the way she acts in bed. Women like to cuddle, she's not caring. If a woman like to gets in charge and she's like, here, suck on this clit, suck it. She likes to take control. You know what I'm saying? And if you're the type of, okay, and you at it, you know what I'm saying? You're going deep diving and you in there and you stimulating that thing and pulling back that clit and then we're doing I'm telling you, grown folks only, I'm going to give it to you all. But, when you all up in that, you know what I'm saying? And she feeling that tingling feeling, whatever. And she said, you could tell her character. She likes to take control. Some women just like to lay back and do me, you know what I'm saying? To show me what you got. You know what I'm saying? And then the man, the same thing. Is he the type to just lay on top of you, coming, that's it? Don't have no feelings for you, whatever? You can say he's a selfish man. But then you have some men that, oh man, he's giving it to you. He's caring for you. He's giving it to you because he's well hung. He's giving it to you and you feeling it and everything. But then again, you have to be careful because it can be a little deceptive. Because men know the power. Some men know the power that they have. And so in a society, in a community, in a society, when we learn, we have control of our sexual desires, and we know about, which I'm going to go into the science of sex, and we know this, you know what I'm saying? We have control of the community, then we have control of our growth as a people. We're so broken because our sexual practice is so broken. It's very, very broken. You know what I'm saying? And you can see that. You can see that people right now are having sexual relationship at a, and it's no excuse. I have people tell me, and that's it, not to put nobody, but I have people tell me, oh yeah, I've been locked up for so many years, or bad relationship, or no man never satisfied me, whatever, and they use that as an excuse to try to get out there, and that's a very poor excuse for a woman. That's a poor excuse for any person. You know what I'm saying? Because you have the ability to satisfy yourself and be guarded, and know that whatever man that you're going to allow yourself, because sometimes a woman has control, and again she can nurture a relationship with a man, and if she has to teach him or she has to show him, hey, listen, they do it like this, like, those are caring women that show, man, listen, you touch here, you do this, you do that, and you get me going, and that's a woman that wants to consummate and that's a caring woman. Those are women, not too many are like that. You know what I'm saying? Not too many are like that, to be honest with you. So yeah, you show me any woman and how she's attached to a man and how she looks at a man, and I show you whether, either the man had orgasm, had given her an orgasm, or the fact that she's fantasizing about having an orgasm with that man. Some women can do that. It's like they fantasize, oh shit, I can get along. Because that's what they're looking for. I'm honest with you. Just like a man is looking to satisfy a woman and to crush that and just satisfy her. And some men love to see women break off, have an orgasm. Oh no, she didn't have to apologize for that. Squirting is beautiful. Squirting, and if you could get a woman to squirt, and that's a skill. You know, some women don't know how to squirt because they think they're peeing on themselves or whatever, and they think very bad. But no, squirting is. But I like what somebody said. Squirting is pee and sperm mixed together, or you know what I mean. Pee and a woman's vagina semen, mixed together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the so yeah, squirting is different. Some women can squirt, some women don't. So all women don't have to squirt. It's a natural thing. They could, they could. But anyway, so yeah, it's a reality. I don't care what anybody say. Say no woman can get on here and tell me, oh no, women don't only look for that. They want a relationship. They want a good man. No, you don't. No, don't lie to me. No, you don't. You want to be satisfied. You want the orgasm because human life is based on that. How do you think you got here? Your mama had to orgasm with your father, and there had to be a very solid connection there. You just don't. There had to be. You know what I'm saying? In nature, the stars, when you deal with the planets, the stars being burst, being born, whatever, that's like an orgasm. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it's a big bang. And it's happening. Stars. Oh, bro. It's very, very intense. So the point here, and I want to talk about the sexual deviancy, it's very it's crazy because if you in a relation, I look at it like this. I'm not one to really engage in a lot of things like that, but there are people that are engaged, like orgies in certain community, and not communities, in certain groups that are engaged in certain practices. I say sexual deviancy because those practices are practices that are meant to bind communities and the people together. You know what I'm saying? If that's going to be practiced, because that's like they do in India, that's that practice. You know what I'm saying? That's a dangerous thing. It's very dangerous because, first of all, the world is changing. We're here in America. You can't practice. You know how many people came here to practice tantra, sex tantra, and stuff like that? Many groups, gurus from India, and how they get shut down. You know what I'm saying? Even at this Ansar Allah community, there was the sexual practice there, the Ansar Allah community, which I can't really speak much about. But those practices, it's shut down. It's shunned upon in this because because if they cannot control the sexual practices of a people, if you want to control them, they have to control their sexual practice. So, if they sexual if in broken communities, you have broken sexual practices and stuff like that. And sometimes it benefits certain people to see broken communities and broken sexual practice. They benefit off of that. There's sexual deviant people from the get-go. And there's people like that. You know what I'm saying? Sex, again, is a blueprint. It's a print. You know what I'm saying? It deals a lot with finance. You show me how well a man is with his sexual self, and I show you how well he is financial. A man that has sexual deviancy, a man that doesn't have that sexual practice in order, according to the way the laws, the cosmic and man-made laws are, and cosmic laws, I show you a man that doesn't have that much money. I show you a man that's always broke. I show you a man that's all finance is all messed up. And I show you a man that's lacking in creativity. Simple as fact. I've seen it. I made some bagging smoothies. Yeah, Brahma. Yeah, those are practices, tantra practices, that are a practice that were ancient practice because it was easier. There wasn't too much of a control there. But now with the what they call the world domination, what they call the new world order and everything. Put order, new world order, and they want to control everybody's sexual practice. And so communities can't break off and do their thing. They're not going to allow that. You now belong to a different community now that is run by government. You know, they govern your mental, and not only your mental, your sexual, mental and state of sexuality is being governed also. All of that is being governed. Some of it is good, some of it is bad. Some of it is needed, but there's some freaky people out here, and they be doing some crazy shit. They need to be put in order. But then there's people out here that understand these practices and want to solidify their family, because I'm telling you something, you have to teach your children when they get to a certain age about these sexual practices. And also, I believe in not arranged marriages that per se you may. I believe that your children, and you should be in a community like we used to answer, and the children when they're small get with the other children, and you get to see who has eyes for who. You get to see what character leads, what character vibes with what character, and you get to see that, and you nurture that, because families grows like that. You know what I'm saying? I made that mistake. I mean, I should, marry my daughters to musicians or successful businessmen when I know the family will grow. The family will grow and grow and grow. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. And a lot of that has to do with sexual practice. Because if you let them go out there and fuck any Tom, Dick, and Harry, or any dude that comes along and tries to get in their pants and give them an orgasm, that's it. But the dude ain't got his shit together. You don't belong to your community. You don't got his shit together. That's it. That's it. So here on forward, my grandkids on forward, it's like, establish a family, a network with also tribal culture. Say, hey, listen, your son is of age and my daughter's of age. They're coming of age. Let's see how they vibe together. And usually that's what happens, man. Because when I was young, I had girlfriend that was in the same neighborhood and same community. It's just the thing is that we moved to other community, so we got disconnected. But who knows what the family had? It would have grown in a different way. So those are practices, genealogy wise. Yeah. So those are practices that we have to be much aware, and we have to also be aware of how orgasms are being taught and orgasms are being distributed. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, distributed. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's sacred. It needs to be held. It needs to be cared for. And I noticed that I have pulled back from giving certain going certain ways with certain women, and pull back sometimes because of medical reason, but also because I said to myself, man, if I really in my full potential, and if I really hit on this and get an orgasm, I'm going to open up a path that I got to be ready for. I have to be ready for that. Yeah. Courting is, again, the word court, back and forth, seeing how things turns out. That's back and forth courting. You're in the court, and it's usually playing the game. But I like the fact that there's a sense of a controlled environment, but at the same time there's independency. They're dependent on the controlled environment, that collective consciousness, but at the same time there's a sense of independency there, that they don't feel they're choosing. You know what I'm saying? Because in life, when they say free will, I mean, you thinking you're choosing that shoe when you go in the shoe store? You think you got free will to choose? You could choose too, but those shoes are already manufactured. They're there. You're just choosing among those already manufactured. Somebody created it and somebody put it there in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Magicians know that. So it's the same thing. It's like, here it is. You got a big variety of a choice here. But everybody's of the same community. Everybody is working for the same goals. Everybody has the same mindset. Choose within that. You know what I'm saying? Choose within that. And that's what it is. What's up, Mukal? And you choose within that. You know what I'm saying? So the sexual practice, thing is very, very, Very interesting. You know what I'm saying? And very, like I said, we have to be very careful. Let me see. It's telling me to bring them onto the video. Let's see what happens. I don't know if I can bring them into the video. I should put the link. Anybody wants to come on, they're free to come on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm on my YouTube. I can only do that on my YouTube, I guess. I no, they'll pop. No, they won't pop up on my Facebook. I'm doing two separate type of streaming at this point right now. You know, but it's important. You know, say if we, I've learned, like I said with the disclaimer. By no means I'm a professional sex therapist, or I'm such school or this type of thing. But I've learned. I sit back. One thing about me, anybody can say, is that I like to sit back and think, and so that my next move is more strategic. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being trained like that. You know, and I learned a lot, man. I've learned a lot by these sexual practice. Being brought up in the Bronx, in the hood, being brought up in that type of environment, and then being brought up in Brooklyn, you see the difference. I mean, it's crazy. You know, you get to see neighborhoods just like, you know, you had dudes that were the guy on the block that had all the women. You know, they always had that one dude sleeping with this, sleeping with that, even with married women, whatever, destroying lives, destroying, because that's the way they are. That's sexual deviancy. You know what I'm saying? And not to hate on the game, there's some dudes out there, they're Casanovas. It exists. There's dudes out there that are looking for that side because they know they're looking for that satisfaction because they know. But I could tell you something also about orgasms that you got to be very careful with a lot of orgasm is that it ages you. It depletes you. It depletes you. Women that are always trying to get that orgasm and pleasure themselves and constantly out there and trying to pleasure themselves, they age quicker. They age quicker. That's why when we look at a virgin, she looks young or whatever because she's not in that. But once she starts having sex and start getting this orgasm, and then the more different men that you orgasm with, genetic kiss, you know that. You get influenced, confused. So choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? You get very, very confused. You know what I'm saying? And you get selfish. There's women out here that, you know, that's the way they're built. And you know why? I mean, it's just the way it is. You know, you can't, you know, you got to know where you at. You got to know how you're vibing and so and so. So I never had any problem, let me tell you. I got 4 kids, grandkids. I had never no problem. I lasted in a relationship for almost 34 years. You know what I'm saying? And then now I'm having intimacy with certain individuals, and it's great. I have no problem. I have no problem at all. But again, to be vulnerable here, I am sort of like riding a bike because I said to myself, the minute I come out here and I start jamming it, you know what I'm saying? She could go get very, very, very intense for me. I got to be ready. I got to be a man of financial substance, creative substance where it doesn't imbalance me. Because you can get so caught up in your sexual life that your creative life and your finance isn't shot. There's no balancement whatsoever. And I never want that for anybody, and I don't want that for myself. So I have to make sure that I'm stable, good, creativity, career-wise, my business, my finance, so that I know when I embark in my full flesh, embark in sexuality. And it's not that I believe in polygamy, because I believe that one woman is the best thing for you, one good woman that's able to fit that. But then there are times where you're gonna need multiple. But that's up to the couple. That's up to the different arrangements that you may have. And I don't know what the future is gonna say. I might meet one woman that be like, that's enough for me. We grow with business. Because remember, relationship to me is business. It's a business term. If I'm gonna have a relationship with a woman, I'm gonna have a business with the woman. I'm gonna grow. We're growing. Well, now we have a business relationship. And then we kind of consummate that, get it, with sex. And I'm gonna make sure that when I consummate it with sex, that she's gonna all her needs, orgasmic needs, all that is going to be nurtured. Because now she don't need to go outside of another relationship. She don't need to be a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? Now we can work on our business. We can work on creativity. We can work on establishing because I have grandkids and children. I want to leave them something behind. She can have their children, or we can have children together. We want to leave the kids something, a generation of wealth, a generation of wealth. So that's all the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? Is coming up with you know, being aware. So I'm glad, you know, I'm happy that in my life I'm very lucky. I have what they call guidance, etheric guidance, beings that guide me and protect me in many different ways. Because I said to myself, if I leave it up to me, I'll fuck it up, yo. Be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But I have guides that guide me. And I can sit, get an upload, and sit in the middle of the night and meditate, and they guide me. And the reason why I decided to even do have this type of conversation, because, and I'll be vulnerable. I'll let you know, I had a upload last night, like a drink. And you know what I was doing? I was walking through a garden, and it was red rose garden, and I took a and I go, this smells so sweet. But then I gave it to somebody that, how sweet. And they said, yeah. So it was like, wow, it had a lot of significance. So I started thinking over it, and I was like, wow, this sacrament can be so sweet. I have an experience. I'm having experience right now with the sweetness with that sacral center, and I know that they what's coming next is going to be more powerful. It's going to be powerful as long as that my heart is, my intentions are right. You know what I'm saying? Because you could tell a person's attention. And you know, sometimes you may think, oh, this one is the right one, and it turns out to be not the right one. But you have to say this: I'm the right one. You know what I'm saying? Don't internalize it. Forget about that. You gotta be the right one. You gotta be right within yourself. Again, the relationship with self is you have to invest. Relationship, business term, invest in the self, which the self is everything around. Everything is part of the self, is source. Everything is part of the self. But you invest in ways that are beneficial for you, so that it can grow and be beneficial for others. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge that I that I come across, and things that I think about, and stuff, and jewels that come to me by speaking to certain people, I share it. You know what I'm saying? Those are jewels. You know, I share what I can share, because sometimes it can be overwhelming for some other person. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever think that, I don't want anybody to think, oh yeah, she's the right one, or whatever. No. You gotta be the right one. You gotta be to the point that it's like, I'm the right one. I got my financial stability. I got my career. I'm worth. And not only because I want to be worth for myself, I'm worth something to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm worth it. You know what I'm saying? And when a woman sees that, the confidence in you is so, whoa, wow, you're a man of substance. Then that's where you really have to be careful, though, because a woman that's going to see you at your lowest point, and a woman that sees opportunities for the future with you, but nurtures that and help, that's a good woman. That's a good woman. As long as she don't play you, thinking that, oh, well, let me go out there and do this and that and again, orgasm with all these different men and get confused and come to you all confused and all aged and everything, and now you have to pick up those pieces. No, it doesn't work like that. Because just like you got to be the right one, they have to be the right one within themselves. Because you can't, like I heard that phrase a lot. You can't have your cake and eat it too. So shit like that. I don't know what what that really means, but it's like, if you're not doing the right thing, how can you expect somebody else? How can you be looking for the right one when you're in yourself not the right one? It just doesn't make sense, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense at all. You have to be the right one within yourself. And I'm not saying to be a nun or no. You have to be to the point where you stand to reason, again, the science of sex, knowing that with sex can lead to arguments, sex can lead to when you misuse it. But if you're doing it to consummate certain intimacy and relationship and then nurture that because you're investing. Remember, that orgasm is a substance. You're investing that in a person. But if you just give it to any Tom, Dick, and Harry, or any man pleasures any woman like that, you're throwing it away. It's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to build. It's going to deplete itself. You have a power. I have that power. We all have that power. We have to use it. For those of us that are in that age bracket, because when you get to a certain time, that already should be out of you. And when you get to be old, it doesn't mean that you're 80 or 90 years old and you can't have a very great sex life. It doesn't always have to be. It could always be hugging, sex, kissing, and also mental orgasm. There's a mental orgasm. There's a spiritual orgasm. You have to balance all those two, because then you got the physical one, which is a powerful one. But the mental orgasm, ooh, women know. Women says, damn, if this guy could open my brain up like this and make me feel certain things, I wonder how he is in bed. They're always going to go there. Oh, if this guy could open me up spiritually and etherically and I see fucking, man, I'm having these, I wonder how he is in bed. Always going to lead to that. Because women are balanced. You're always going to have to balance that. So it's like, women know. They look for that intelligent, oh, well, this guy's very intelligent, whatever. I wonder really what does he know? And then they're going to try you, take you to bed, and try you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, it's either hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't really try anybody. You're trying yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're trying yourself. Never put the blame on nobody else. Always think about how you reacted and what went on with you at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Never look at another person and says, oh, yeah, because of they did. Oh, wow, you didn't get me excited, girl. Get yourself excited. What? Get yourself excited. And if you don't get excited, that's fine. We don't have to have sex. You don't have to get all, you know what I'm saying? But I could tell you this, that if you don't give that woman that orgasm, if you miss that opportunity, because you wanted to, or you just missed the opportunity, then rest assured, she's not going to vibe with you like if you did. Because if you did, she'd be calling you a lot, bro. She'll be on your shit. I've had that happen to me before. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll be on you. It's always, again, at the core of it is educating yourself with sex. Always. And even that's biblical also. It's in the Bible. It always talks about it. It's just that we've been taught a different way. But you always have to be very conscious of that. And any man can get to himself to a point when he meets the right woman, get to a point when he can create that intimacy, that connection could be there. That's a beautiful thing when you have that connection. But the minute that you let go and you're not satisfying that woman and you're not giving her the orgasm, because that's what they're looking for. Point blank. I'm telling you, that's what, I don't care if it's a church girl, Muslim, I don't care. Wait, that's the bottom line. That's it. That's that broke the camel's back. Wow, that's it. And you have to be skilled connecting enough to know that, okay, and if you got a good woman who's able to show you, okay, we're going to reach this point. Why? Because I want to establish a life with you. So we're going to make sure that we're good. Sexual, finance, creativity, all career-wise. We're going to put that shit together. You got every right to live like that. But again, in this society, they break that. A lot of times, even with foods, you look at a lot of these foods and the stuff they put in the foods is meant to break down the testosterone level. You know the majority of men suffer from a low level of testosterone in them. And women, actually, women too, the sexual desire. Sometimes they even hype the women so that they can just fall into the whole sexual deviancy, and the men that deplete them. It's crazy. You got to be up on it. That's why shout out to Hansu, one of my students. Hansu is making some smoothies, and he makes this thing called ether, and it's powerful. That should be having like what? But make sure that you got some young lady that you're gonna. And again, find yourself the right one that you can say, hey, it doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage thing or whatever. It could be like, yo, let's work on, let's do something different. Let's work on it. Why? For the sake of humanity. And use that. Hey, for the sake of humanity, for the sake of the community, for the sake of the family, let's build a sexual relationship. I'm just giving you a clue of the way I am. Oh my God. Because that's the way I think. For the sake of humanity, the community, for the children, let's just let's just have a great sex life. So therefore, it'll put everything else in order. And then we have to teach our children, you know what I'm saying, very responsibly, to be responsible with it. Because curiosity is always going to set in with girls when they're 12, 11. I'm telling you, when I was like 17, I had a girlfriend that was 14, and man, she was showing me something I didn't even know. I'm like, damn, girl, where you learn how to do that? Because fantasizing. They fantasize. Women have this inner thing of sexuality in them, and they automatically, bing, they tap onto it. It's like that. They tap onto it. And then especially when they get that orgasm for the first time, then that's it. They hooked. They're hooked on that dude until the dude or something happened. They're hooked until somebody else come in. Boom, show her. And then you got to be careful because then, you got, they could show it they can fall into that whole sexual deviancy. That's how you see a lot of these prostitutes in the streets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And girls are just out there just laying with any man because they're out there looking for that. They're looking for that connection. Women look for that connection. And I don't care. No woman can tell me, no, it's not always that. It's always got to be about sex. That. Sex with a man or sex with a woman. I doesn't care. But you're looking for that. That's what you're looking for. And if you get it here, I've got a right to say, well, if you get it in here, why you need to go down there? You're going to get it here. You're going to get substance here. You're going to get an orgasm. You're going to get substance right here. You know? But now, here, moving on forward, that's what I'm saying to myself. It's a power that we have, and that's a power that we can use for the better. But like I said, I'm a type of person, I have to make sure my finance is good. I have to make sure everything's correct. So when I embark and I go my full throttle, shit. I tell you, I've been in a relationship that lasted for 30-something years. It wasn't for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? And I had other girls that, try to disrupt my own family. I mean, I'm telling you, it got a little intense at times because they knew. They knew. And coupled with that, with your curiosity, sexual, because I was very, I had a curiosity with that growing up, and I was experimenting, and I was in my youth and my prime, and that together with your being your character, whatever, is a plus. It's a plus for women. It's a plus. But a lot of women that I was told that likes bad boys, those are the women. No good. I don't care what you say. A woman that likes bad boy, she's gonna sleep around with different men. Or she's capable of sleeping around with different men because she don't want to be responsible. She knows that man is not responsible. A woman that likes men that are married, okay, they know they can't have, they don't want to be responsible. They're always gonna date with somebody else on the side. You see, you a married man and you thinking you got your mistress and you got her, but you don't know she's sleeping with somebody else, brother. It's the way it is, right? Because she wanted that. Because she knows she can't have you. So she wanted that. Hey, you ain't playing with a full deck, motherfucker. I'm going to do it here. You know what I'm saying? She got every right. It's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? But women that like nice guys, because some of them are tomboys because they like women also. And they tomboy and they just, but that thing about a woman having male friends, that's a red flag. You know why it's a red flag? Because It's not about that woman, it's about the male friend. What's in his mind? Think about it. Any women friend that I had, I always thought about getting into those pants. Eventually, I will get in those pants. It's just the way it is. Ain't no such thing. Oh, we could just be friends. No. You're gonna come over here, be friends, hug me, and try to kiss me and whatever. And meanwhile, you over here sucking him off or having sex with him. What, are you crazy? No, mama, it doesn't work like that. No. And you're over here having a relationship with me, and we're getting into business, and you're over here male friends? Really? Get yourself a fucking dog. Get yourself a dog if you want a friend. Male, no. Why? Because it's not the woman you don't trust. And it's not that you don't trust the man, because the man is going to be, you trust a snake to be a snake. It's going to bite you no matter what. But it's the male friends. Because I'm telling you, it doesn't exist. That's a woman that tries to tell you that it's trying to deceive you, and it's like no. Oh, well, he just came over he's just a friend. I don't have. Yeah, you might have had something in the past with him, and maybe you don't want it anymore because now you know you got his ass under control, or you got him looping around. You know what I'm saying? Or he's gonna try you. He's going to try you. I mean, I've been alone with women in places. You think the thought never come to my mind to jump on that shit and say, like, man, I can fuck her right here. Well, what? Are you crazy? Did you think that goes into a man's mind? Put in a closed room with a woman? Bro, the shit gonna hit the fan. It's just, that's the way it is. I don't know what to tell you. This world is not all peachy, it's not like what you think it is. So you want a friend? Get yourself a female friend and make sure that she's married, and make sure she's in the same status that you are, if you're not married or you are in a relationship, and now you'll have something to exchange and something in common. But don't get yourself a girl that's single out there dancing, because eventually she's gonna be like, come on out with me, let's go dancing. Oh, isn't it cute? You can dance with. Let's go. They're inviting us to the house. What? No, mama, not here. You're not gonna do that here. You're not gonna do that here. And I don't care if you know some dude for such a long time and we're friends. We're so and good. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna try to fuck you, no matter what. Why? Because I'm human. That's why I don't forget it. Stay over there. Don't even come around me. I know the way I am. I'm gonna try it. And men are all the same. And not well, let me take that back. Men that are aware of certain things, they know eventually it's gonna hit them. If a guy tell you, let's go hang out. You hang out, well, they gonna hang out. Yeah, he wants to hang out, all right. Eventually, oh no, we're just going out. Hey, trust me, women, you know, because that is the conversation is gonna come up. So don't think that you're gonna play one, play with the other. No, you go. All you're doing is playing yourself. I tell women all the time, you're playing yourself because you're depleting yourself. You're gonna look older than what you are. You're depleting yourself, and then you're gonna get to a point where, well, if that's the life you want to live, there's a lot of lonely ass women out there. Ask them. Tell them to give you the scoop on how they wind up where they're at. Besides, like if the husband died or whatever, she's lonely, but ask them. Well, it's either she got involved with a player or she was a player. Both. Something happened there. So one of them was trying to be a player, and that's the way things happen. Hold on one second. Yeah, so the protection of your sex, the protection of that is very crucial. It's very crucial. And I decided to do this because of the dream that I had. And I decided to do this because I care for a lot of people. I've learned that's one of my problems, that I care for a lot of people, and I wanted to be clear on a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, and to let them know, if you're a married man, or you have some woman that you try to go out there and play and be a Casanova, whatever, it's gonna run, bro. You're gonna hurt other women. You're gonna hurt people's heart, and also you're confused, and you're gonna be depleted. You're gonna lose everything for the sake of what? For that shit in your pants. And you might be hung like a fucking horse, but it's still it's something. It's just a little small part of your whole fucking body, your brain. You know, that's very difficult. That's very bad. And a woman that knows that a man is in a relationship and whatever, before don't get cockeyed because he's got a cock. Be aware. Be aware that that comes with challenges. That comes with certain things. You got to be able to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying? So, and also, people out there that are sexual deviant. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. You got to guard yourself because they're sexual demons. That's what they love. And they're, they that's what they are. It's a beautiful thing to be a sexual person, but in good taste. You know that? In good taste. That's all it is. In good taste. If you want to share with anybody, then okay, this is a mutual thing. This is intimacy that we're sharing. But not if you sharing an intimacy with me, and then you're going out there sharing with others, and on and on because you're free and you want to be this, that's what you are, shoot you be. There's consequences. I can't help you. You're going to run into a brick wall eventually. You're not that slick. You're not. A snake get caught all the time. It's just not a good practice. The practice is, if you're a woman that's dating different men and just having, going out on a date, but you already established that, hey, listen, I'm a single woman. I'm just going on a date because I'm looking for the right man to connect with. That's okay. That's beautiful. But the minute you start opening up your damn legs, you know what I'm saying? Because the guy's cute and this and that, and you cute, whatever, you're going to run into problems. You're going to run into big, big, huge problems. You know what I'm saying? The best, I always say this, like I said with me, you're the right one. You got to make sure that you are good. If you want a good man, then you got to be a good woman. And who else can let you know that you're a good woman but yourself? You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it and be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. And if you're going to be a freak in bed, whatever, be it for that man. Tell him, well, listen, you don't got to let him know everything that you did in life. But we all make mistakes. It's a learning planet. But you also got to be real with him and say, look, I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that, and establish that. But make him feel confident and secure. Don't give him too much of yourself, of your past experience, because then he's going to look at you kind of like, ooh, wait a minute. Unless you're at that age where that's all out of your system. And a man can tell if a woman got it out of her system. And again, the woman got to see the man as that's her world. Again, she's getting an orgasm. He's supplying. He's secure her. She's safe around him. She get along with him. Makes a lot, whatever. She feels secure and safe with that man. Say financially and everything. And the same thing with the man. He feels secure and confident with that woman to say, like, she's going to communicate with me if anything. If I'm, how to please her the right way. She's going to let me know. And I'm going to be willing to do it. I'm going to be willing to sit down and listen and say, like, okay, let's try this. Damn, if your shit is about swinging up and, damn roping you and swinging you up and those type of crazy shit, or blindfold, or 50 Shades of Gray, and I think it's wonderful. I think that's wonderful. That's what you're into, and hey, good. Break me in. Let's get going on this. But let it just be that intimacy. Don't put yourself out there with others and thinking because now you're becoming a sexual professional. You know what I'm saying? You're becoming a sexual worker. That's all it is. There's no far-fetched from being a prostitute. It's just that men ain't paying you your work, but you giving it out there. You know what I'm saying? And they taking it and like, huh? Mm-mm. I never did that. I never viewed women like that at all. Any woman that I had any relationship with could tell you, anyone I had a relationship, I always treated with the utmost respect. The utmost respect. And I'm not quick to jump in bed with any woman. I mean, the most I have to connect with them and know, wow. But the thing is, sometimes I give too much of my heart, and I'm thinking that, oh man, you know, this is beautiful, and I don't want it to end. You know what I'm saying? But then I have to learn that, hey, it's only as beautiful and as only real as that other person makes it real. And then the reality is manifest on both ends. Both ends. We both manifesting a reality within each other. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, I think that's it. Joseph Sanchez, what's going on, Papi? Yeah, you got to go back and listen to this live. Again, we kept it raw, and I'll tell you again, it's all about that orgasm when it comes to women. Simple as that, bro. I don't know how simple. I don't know how I could put it, but yo, the woman is gonna be more attracted, more connected to the man that's giving her the orgasm. Point blank. Point blank. If she has a recollection of a man that gave her an orgasm in the past, and then you give an orgasm, sometimes you can override that. You know, because now she knows, oh, I got this man, and he's got his shit together, and he can give me what I want. Or if he doesn't give you what I want, she's gonna think about that other guy, or fantasize about that other guy. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Or he can satisfy me, you can't, and so. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, like I said, I play tricks on women. Sometimes I don't give them my full throttle. I don't give them my full sexual energy because I know what that can do. And like I said, I'm a type of man that in order for me to do that, because I know how it's going to switch things around, I got to make sure that I'm good financial and career-wise. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm okay. I'm satisfied, but I'm helping out my moms. I'll be honest with you. I got a place in North Carolina, but now I got people living over there. But I need a place in Orlando where I can, have my place. It's solid. They want me to come over because she, you know what I'm saying? Or I can do it here in Tampa. Well, but I don't like to put my mother in that situation. I got plenty of room here, but I don't like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's doing everything the right way and career-wise. You know what I'm saying? I'm in school now. And my career is starting to pick up again because I healed myself. And so, those things have to be solidified. And then I can go full throttle with any woman. Any woman. I have never had a problem. Any woman. The next woman that I think that will be within my fold, with a cuddle, it's going to get the world from me. She's going to get the world. And she got to look at me like I am that world. And she's got to be good. She's got to be like, she got to want it. She's got to want it. Says, hey, man, I can work it with you. You know what I'm saying? I can get everything that I need. I can work it with you. You know what I'm saying? And think about if she got kids or family. I can satisfy myself being with you. I can see myself. I think that, you're adventurous. You got a good head on your shoulder, you got a career, you know what I'm saying? You're a child, you got things because you take care of yourself. You work out, you're taking care of yourself. That's the number one. Invest in yourself. Have a relationship with yourself first. That's your solar plexus. Build up that self-esteem at the same time and work that and make sure that you're good. I don't want a good woman. I don't need to be good. You know what I'm saying? So I can manifest and attract the right woman. Once I know I'm good, I got everything, I will attract the right woman. I make sure of that. And if she's trying to play games with me, it ain't gonna work. I'm protected. It's not gonna work. You can't do that. You're gonna open up a can of worms, and I don't want to be part of that life anymore. I don't. I don't need to be out here swinging like Tarzan, swinging from tree to tree, women. No, I don't need to do that. I know what it can lead to. I don't need to do that. And not that I don't have an appetite, because I do have an appetite for women. I love women. Are you kidding me? That's the most beautiful thing, bro. When you look down that vagina, I'm like, that's paradise for me. But at the same time, you gotta be very careful. You know, not to get caught up in that sweetness. You know. Anyway, with all that being said, I mean, all in blessings. I'm gonna leave it there. Like I said, this is for grown folks, and like I said, just know that it's when it comes to connecting on that level, it's about the orgasm. It's about the orgasm. When a woman changes with you, or whatever, because she either remembering her orgasm from the past, or she's getting it from somebody else, or she may be even servicing herself by herself, but you ain't giving it to her, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. You get it? It's not. At the time that you do give it to her and say, "I'll give her an orgasm," then you ready. You know what I'm saying? And know that she's gonna be connected with you. Point blank. Point blank. That's the way it is. That's why I have no problems. Anyway, with all that being said, all in blessings and peace to you, Robert McLean. Everybody, thank you for watching, and just go back and watch. I'm also on YouTube, Silos Conga, Silos Musical Chronicles, Silos Congas on YouTube, and you can go on there and check out the live also. Okay. So with all that being said, all in blessings. Peace. Peace, y'all. Ending the stream.